On the edge of Phnom Penh, where the city lights fade and the rice fields begin, there is a road people avoid at night. Taxi drivers call it the quiet road, and they warn each other about picking up passengers there after midnight. Sophia did not believe in ghosts. He drove his tuk-tuk late because the night paid well, and that Thursday was no different. The air felt heavy, the sky low and colorless, and the last of his passengers had just stepped off near a dark side street. His fuel was low. His phone battery was lower. As he turned onto the quiet road, the city sounds disappeared behind him. No music, no horns, no voices, only the soft rattle of his tuk-tuk and the buzz of insects in the fields. Halfway down the road, he saw her. A young woman stood alone beneath a crooked power pole. Long black hair hanging over one shoulder, white shirt, dark skirt. No bag, no phone in her hand, just one arm raised, asking for a ride. Sophia slowed. Going into the city, he called. She nodded once. She spoke very softly when she climbed in. Her voice almost lost in the night. By the old pagoda, he glanced back at her. Pale face, eyes lowered, hands folded neatly on her lap. Something about her clothes felt old-fashioned. But he was tired. He didn't think about it much. They drove. With every meter, the silence grew thicker. Usually, he would play quiet music or scroll for them. Next booking at red lights. But his phone had died minutes earlier. No screen glow, no map, just memory. He knew the way. He told himself after a while. The air turned strangely cold. Sophia coughed. It felt like mist had seeped into his lungs. Even though the night was dry, he rubbed his arms and checked the mirror. The woman sat very still, staring straight ahead now. "Are you okay back there?" he asked. No answer. He cleared his throat. "Sreyo, where near the pagoda do you want to stop?" She slowly lifted her eyes to meet his in the mirror. They were not bright, not reflective. They were dark, flat, like deep water with no bottom. Sophia suddenly felt as if he had said something wrong. "Just drop me at the gate," she whispered. Her words were clear, but her lips did not move in the mirror. He blinked hard and looked away, heart beating faster. "You're tired," he thought. "You're imagining things." He focused on the road, on the thin white lines guiding him forward. Soon, the outline of the old pagoda appeared in the distance, its roof curving like a shadow against the sky. The streetlights near it had been broken for years, and the nearby houses sat dark and silent. He stopped in front of the gate. The pagoda grounds were overgrown, grass tall and tangled around the old stupas. Through the gate, he saw faint-shaped stone, perhaps, or something else. He took a breath, forced a laugh, and turned around. "Okay, sister, that will be 12,000 real," he said. The tuk-tuk was empty. The seat was not just empty, it was completely dry and spotless, as if no one had sat there. The faint smell of jasmine that had followed her aboard was gone, replaced by the earthy scent of wet stone. Sophia's mouth went dry. He stepped down, legs shaking, and shone his small K-cane light around. The cabin, nothing, no footprints, no sound. He told himself she must have jumped out quietly just before he stopped. But he knew he would have heard the curtain rustle, the thump of feet on the road. There had been nothing. Behind him, the gate creaked. He froze. The metal bars, which had been shut, now stood open just a crack, just enough for someone thin to slip through, just enough for someone to stand there and watch. Sister, he called, hating how his voice shook. You forgot to pay. From the darkness between the gate and the first stupa, he heard it, a wet, whispering breath. It sounded like someone trying to talk underwater every night. A voice rasped, "You bring me closer." Sophia stumbled back into the driver's seat. His fingers fumbled with the keys. The engine stalled once, twice. He did not dare look up as the whisper moved closer to the tuk-tuk, as the air grew colder, as the smell of damp soil and incense crept over him. On the third try, the engine roared to life. He sped away, not caring about potholes or bumps, only about leaving that gate behind him. He did not look at the mirror. He did not want to see if someone sat there again. When he finally reached a bright, busy street, he pulled over, shaking, and checked the back dot empty. He told no one that night. The next evening, while waiting at a drink stall, he overheard two older drivers talking. The quiet road, one said, "You're brave. A girl died there, you know, years ago." Taxi never stopped for her. She'd been trying to get to the pagoda to make an offering, they say. The other driver nodded. Now she takes rides at night, always asks for the old pagoda. If she reaches the front of the gate, if she pays you with cold money, you'll find it turns into grave dirt in your pocket by morning. They laughed nervously, like men too old to admit they still believed. Sophia forced himself to laugh too, but when he went home and emptied his pockets, something small and damp slid out. Sticking to his fingers were 3 dark grains of soil. They smelled like old incense and rain on stone. He stopped driving the quiet road after midnight, and sometimes very late, when he passes any pagoda at night, even in the middle of the city, he refuses to look at the gate, because every now and then he can feel it, the weight of eyes in the mirror behind him, and the faintest scent of jasmine drifting in from nowhere.